today's video, I am going to be showing you a recipe today. And as you can tell by the title, we are going to be making chicken enchiladas with a white sauce. It is white because it's sour cream, so it's a sour cream white sauce. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So to start off, I have an 11 by 7 greased casserole dish, baking dish. I have a medium saucepan. I've got a 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. These are the fire roasted. I chose the fire roasted because fire roasted tomatoes, fire roasted green chilies, they just give so much flavor to whatever dish that you're making. I have 3 tablespoons of the King Arthur's gluten-free flour, 3 tablespoons of butter, 2.5 cups of shredded cooked chicken. You can totally buy rotisserie chicken, but I just bought 3 chicken breasts. I threw them into the crock pot with no salt, pepper, or anything, and I let them cook all day long on low for about 6 to 8 hours. I just shredded it up with 2 forks. I have 3 cups of Colby Monterey Jack cheese. A lot of recipes call for Monterey Jack, but our local grocery store that I went to did not have any, just plain Monterey Jack, so I did get Colby Jack that has Monterey Jack in it. I have a cup of sour cream, and then I have 2 cups of chicken broth. I completely forgot to mention one of the most important ingredients, tortillas. So usually in a enchilada recipe, they're just gonna have you buy a pack of flour tortillas, which I think usually comes in like packs of 10 or 12. These are gluten-free, so they come in 6, which is actually perfect just for Alex and I, which is why I'm doing an 11 by 7 baking dish. Usually you're gonna wanna do a 13 by 9 or 9 by 13, however you say that, baking dish for your tortillas if you're not doing a gluten-free, or if you're gonna do more tortillas than what I'm going to be doing. If you have watched my baking video, I think it's the banana bread one, and I've talked about cooking a lot here on my channel, and I have shared with you guys that I just do not measure stuff. This is actually all measured out, believe it or not. I'm very proud of myself, but from here on out, I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate as I go through this recipe. So I am going to just take a cup of this cheese and combine it with the chicken. Got about this much cheese. Gonna put it in my chicken, and I'm just going to start to combine this all together. All right, so I'm going to take my tortillas, and you are more than welcome to warm these up for about 15 to 20 seconds just to get them nice and warm, and it makes it easier to roll them up. These are actually pretty flexible, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave them how they are. And my baking dish right here, my tortillas here, and then I've got my chicken over here. And I'm just gonna spoon this chicken mixture right into the center of my tortilla, like this. As you can see, I have my chicken and cheese mixture all in my tortilla, and I'm just going to fold this up like that. And I am just going to put the folded side, the part that's overlapping, I'm gonna put that face down in my baking dish. And then I'm going to repeat this process until my entire pan is filled up. They are in here super tight and cozy, and that is a-okay. At least they are all in there. I probably could have done a 9 by 13, but usually when I make enchiladas, I just use this pan, and it's not usually this tight. Oh well. This is the final result, and now we're gonna head over to the next step. Alrighty, so I've got my pan on medium heat. I'm just gonna go ahead and toss in my butter, and I think that this is called a roux. You know, I could be wrong, but what we're gonna do is melt the butter, and then we're gonna add in the flour and whisk it all together for a little bit until it gets a little bit golden brown. And then you add in a liquid, and let that cook for a while, and it ends up becoming super thick. This is how I make any homemade really thick sauce. This is how you can do like a homemade mac and cheese sauce. It just totally depends. Of course, you can look on Pinterest and find all kinds of different ways to make homemade sauces, but almost always you're going to start off by melting some butter, and you're going to add some flour, let that cook for a little bit, then add your liquid, and then it will become super thick, saucy, and amazing. So my butter is melted, and I'm going to go ahead and toss in my flour. I'm gonna whisk that together, and it is gonna get kind of thick and all kind of form together like this. I'm just gonna let it cook for about a minute or so. You just kind of wanna let this cook over the heat, let it all kind of come together. So it has been about a minute. All right, so now we are going to add in our chicken broth. And start whisking this together until it is all combined. Now, once this is all combined, you're just gonna let it cook until it gets thick and bubbly. You're gonna wanna keep your eye on it, that way it doesn't burn to the bottom of the pan, and that way it doesn't get too thick. So I like to just sit here, kind of whisk it around, and just wait for it to get nice and thick, and I will show you exactly how thick it needs to be. All right, this is what your chicken broth mixture should look like. It's nice and thick, it's not too thick. And we're gonna go ahead and take this off of the heat. All right, so I have my green chilies and my sour cream, and we're gonna add this into the broth. It is off the heat, so we're gonna go ahead and just stir that all together. Especially since I've been, you know, out of my parents' house on my own and married and stuff, learned to taste things as I go. Because sometimes if you're following a recipe, it doesn't tell you to add any extra seasoning, salt and pepper. And, you know, when it's all cooked and finished, you're like, man, that could have really used some lemon pepper or just salt and pepper in general. So I really encourage you to taste the sauce before you start pouring it all over your enchiladas and see if there's anything that you need to add. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Super good. It just needs a little bit of salt. Yes. Flippin' yes. We are now going to pour this all over the enchiladas. I don't want it to be soupy, so I didn't put it all in there. I'm just gonna cover all of the enchiladas. I'm just going to take my leftover cheese and put that all over the top. So I am popping this in the oven at 350 for about 23 minutes. All right, so the time is up, and this is what they look like. But I want to get mine more brown on the top. So I'm going to stick them back in here, cancel this, and I'm going to broil them for only a few minutes, just to get it nice and brown on the top. Well, I'm a dingus, and I totally forgot to show you what they look like when they got out of the broiler. Oh wait, maybe I did show you. I don't know. But this is the finished product.
It is so delicious looking. I cannot wait to taste it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You first.
All right, so I'm gonna be trying this first.
Yep.
All right. By the way, first and foremost, I apologize. I have a huge canker sore in my mouth, so I may not be as emotive. Is that the right word? Emotive?
Enthusiastic, maybe?
Enthusiastic? I don't know. Whatever the right word is, as I usually am, because it really hurts to like smile and really move my face in many ways. So I will do my best.
Be honest.
I will. How? Holy cow. If I could smile right now, I would be smiling from ear to ear. Let me just put it that way. That's so good. Oh my goodness, how am I supposed to only eat 2 of those?
You don't have to, there's 2 more left.
Yeah.
Calories.
I gotta
calories.
be healthy-ish.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up. And let me know if you like these cooking videos, because I actually think I want to start making more of them. I love to cook. It makes me really happy. And it's fun to make videos, so maybe I could just do both of those things because they both make me super happy. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Have an amazing rest of your week and have a good rest of your day. Bye guys.